Hi everyone, Old City Sports Center, a comeback. Old City Sports and Leisure Center faces numerous internal and external issues that negatively impact their brand value, customer inflow, and sales. Key issues include high running costs, poor customer rating, inflexibility, lack of leadership, no work from home roles available for women, over time, and a culture of inertia. To address these issues, the presentation aims to apply a theoretical framework, develop an action plan for risk management, implement the plan for positive changes, and recommend ways to reduce risk in future. By addressing these issues, Old City can become more successful in managing its human resource potential, having an awareness of how to get people to do the best they can and how to deal with different scenarios and issues. Let's move forward to the table of contents. Although there are several issues Old City Sports Center is facing, but we'll focus on two major issues. Number one is employee motivation and engagement. For that, we will look into the issue, then we will apply the theory and academic justification along with the action plan. Number two is leadership. We will do the application of theory again and the academic justification along with the action plan, how to deal with such issue, and what will be the possible risk in the new plan and how we will manage the risk. Later on, we will see this following up with conclusion and references. Employee motivation and engagement. Number one theory we will see here is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. According to this theory, we will classify needs into two parts. One is deficiency needs, another is growth needs. What are deficiency needs? Deficiency needs are the psychological, security, social, and esteem needs which arise due to the deprivation. Satisfying these lower level needs is important to avoid unpleasant feeling or consequences, which are basically the lower level of the pyramid. And the growth needs, Maslow's called the needs at the top of the pyramid growth needs, and these needs don't stem from a lack of something but rather than from a desire to grow as a person. And another theory we will see is Herbert's two-factor theory. Managers must pay attention on these factors to motivate workers to give their best, and hygiene factors prevent unpleasantness and unfair treatment, while the motivation factors focus on the job content and human experience. Herbert's work suggests that good performance leads to satisfaction and not the reverse. This slide shows the various problems regarding employee motivation and engagement and the application and the action plan along with the academic justification for the issues. Number one, poor customer rating. Poor customer rating can be overcome by motivating and engaging employees. A company's customer service standard and satisfaction are directly correlated to high level of employee motivation and engagement. Prioritizing customer requirements over profit and sales leads to a sense of achievement and intrinsic motivation, which is an internal factor, which relates to the motivation of Herbert's two-factor theory. Number two is employee recognition. The employee recognition, such as Service Employee of the Month rewards, can motivate employee to keep up the outstanding work, which relates to the recognition part of the Herbert's theory of motivators. Number third are the bonuses and rewards. Bonuses and rewards can also motivate employees, removing the can-do attitude and promoting personal growth and achievement. And the performance and the evaluation and the reward system are essential for achieving these goals, which relates to the personal growth and advancement of the Herbert theory of motivators. Another problem which can be seen is the inflexibility in the policy and the working conditions as well. According to a survey from the Flex Job, it revealed that the 31% of the women with children wanted to work, but they need to take the break due to the inflexible policy to work from home. And hygiene aspects are crucial to avoid discomfort and unfair treatment, because the working conditions here are related to the dissatisfier from the hygiene factor theory of Herbert's theory, two-factor theory. Another point to focus upon is the feedback and the rewards. There should be feedback and rewards to retain high performance personnel and to reduce the stress level and to motivate the employees. Thus, it fulfills the fourth pillar of esteem from Maslow's hierarchy of needs and promoting recognition from Herbert's theory of motivation as well. Another major problem which the sports center is facing is the problem of leadership. For this, we will be focusing on two theories. Number one is situational leadership theory. According to Hersey and Blanchard, leaders, depending on this style, they should change their style based on the maturity or the development of the people they are leading in relation to the task. So for this, we can see that there are two type of leader behaviors. One is directive, another one is supportive. For directive behavior, it is generally a one-way communication which focuses on the goals and the direction, evaluation, and the role definition. Number two is a supportive behavior, which is a two-way communication which helps in creating a confident job relationship, and which gives more listening and more emotive support as well. Now we can see from the diagram that S1 to S4 tells us which style a leader should adopt. S1 here relates to directing. It generally comes into place when people lack competence and needs a directive behavior as they are beginners. S2, which is coaching or selling, it is used to increase the confidence and skill of employees to take ultimately more responsibility of their task. S3 is participating or supporting. This style shows high supportive behavior but low directive behaviors. This is because the leader believes that the follower is capable enough of achieving the required task largely independently. And last but not the least, S4, it relates to delegating. As the name suggests, it requires low supportive and low directive behavior. This is a very much of hands-off approach, as the subordinate is perfectly able and willing to perform the task independently and with great responsibility. In this slide, we will see the Fiedler's contingency theory. So according to the Fiedler's contingency theory, leaders are classified as task-oriented and relationship-oriented. Task-oriented are those leaders which direct followers towards their goals and they simply want the task to be done. On the other hand, relationship-oriented leaders are those leaders who prioritize followers' welfare, respect ideas, trust, open communication, teamwork, and they foster mutual trust, fostering friendly relationship and teamwork. Initially, if they are new to the job, there will be low trust and high task structure, but they have their clear procedures and ability to hire, fire, and punish. A situation can be favorable, moderate, and unfavorable, as we can see as we can see from the diagram. According to that, the leader-member relationship also depends. This is the level of trust and confidence that the team has in you. If there is more trust, it will lead to more favorable situation and vice versa. The next is the task structure. This refers to the type of task that we are doing, which is clear and structured or vague or unstructured. Generally, unstructured task or task where the team and leader have little knowledge of how to achieve them are viewed unfavorably. The next is the leader's position power. This is the amount of power that we have to direct in the group and provide reward or punishment. The more power we have, the more favorable the situation will be. And Fiedlers identify power as being strong or weak. According to the Sports City old sports center situation, leadership style should change from task-oriented to relationship-oriented. Let's move towards the application and action plan along with the academic justification for the leadership issues. Number one is the leadership role for females. According to an American Psychological Association, everyone gains when more women are given opportunity to lead. The leadership role for women is crucial for increasing productivity, collaboration, organizational commitment, and justice. Number two is the lack of relationship-oriented leadership. As discussed previously, according to the Fiedler's contingency theory, there is a lack of relationship-oriented leadership. Number third is the culture of inertia. Organizational inertia hinders change, and the real problem lies in the leadership. Number third is the inflexible policies. As suggested by the situational theory, they should adopt S3, which is high supportive behavior but low directive behaviors. HR leaders should analyze current culture and establish future goals, ensuring board approved modifications aligning with the workers' interest and the plan. Number third is the overtime hours deduction. This study examines overtime over 42 federal agency district among 603 people, which shows that offices with more overtime were less productive, and less pay satisfaction were inversely correlated with that. Proper skill training, proper support, adaptability in the employment base can be used to overcome the overtime hours. Another problem is cost saving through planning and implementation, which is crucial for managerial and superior levels as it helps manage membership cancellation and unforeseen costs. Another problem is the performance management, which enhances the individual employee performance, resulting in improved business outcomes. Another is the training of manager, leaders, and employees, which is essential in order to improve their skills and expertise. This will not only help the person but will also increase the organization's total capabilities. The last is the work-life balance initiatives. Implementing these initiatives, such as wellness programs, flexible leave policies, and family-friendly perks, can further enhance employee performance. Since women are an equal part of the sports center, it is really important to find out how to help advance more women into leadership. For this, we need to identify potential leaders early in their career to help women develop and excel. Next, need to establish mentorship and sponsorship program to increase career success, employee engagement, retention, and knowledge sharing. Next step is to support women in joining organization to enhance leadership skills, networking, and encouraging leadership roles. The last is to focus on allyship to advocate for historically underrepresented identity groups using privilege and in-group status. For example, white women acting as allies for women of color, disabled individuals, and LGBTQ individuals. The possible issues during the implication of the HRM practices ensures some of the complexity in the workplace practices. Number one is the financial barrier. EHRM implementation is feasible with financial resources, but it's indicated by Hoyt that 38.4% find it too costly and 40% are held back due to the lack of funds. Another problem is of adaptability, which is a major constraint as employees struggle to work due to new changes. Number third is monitoring performance, which is a time-consuming process, is another issue, as we can see some North American sport facilities found programs to be costly and time-consuming. Last is the sources of role and conflicts and stress. These generally arise from conflicting roles such as customer satisfaction, productivity, and sales generation, which can lead to burnout, job discontent, and employee absenteeism. These slides represent a strategy to overcome the HRM problems by monitoring the nature of the challenges and identifying core issues and providing major solutions to overcome the business issues. Ensuring diversity and inclusive policy, providing equitable professional development opportunities for the employees regardless of their gender, age, color, and other factors. The next is employee support and assistance program to help employees cope with the personal or work-related issues. The next is implementing work-life balance initiatives such as wellness programs, flexible leave policies, and family-friendly perks to compensate for the monotonous job. Establishing open communication channels for employees to share issues, ideas, and comments, and fostering a pleasant work atmosphere and employee appreciation. The next is to conduct frequent employee engagement surveys to assess satisfaction and implement remedial measures. Another one is emphasizing on recognition and rewards and thus reducing their employee turnover rates by 31%. Another one is to practice flexibility by avoiding lateness punishments and discussing expectations with the staff, allowing flexible and work life balance by introducing incentives like family paid vacations for the employee of the year. The last is to avoid micromanaging and forming independent teams for decision making, and getting rid of the idea of 40-hour work can ultimately help in managing the risk related to the new plan. Thus, by making these improvements, Old City Sports and Leisure Center can develop employee engagement and loyalty, as well as recruit and retain top talent. Addressing challenges such as inadequate leadership, a lack of motivation, inflexible work hours, and women leaders will help create a more engagement and productive staff. Remember that for successful HRM practices, continual development, regular feedback, and adaptation are essential. Thank you.